Yo, what is up, guys? Joker bringing you another video for the 3.26 Mercenaries of Trathis League, going over my most recent farming strategy, the thing that I've been running for about the last day and a half, and made well over 100 divs doing. We actually ran it on stream today for about 5 hours and made 50 div just from then. It helped us finish up our headhunter and everything. In the previous video, I kind of hinted at what the strategy was because I showed my Kirak missions and then I showed a tab full of Harvest Beast. This is a separate tab full of Harvest Beast. So, what's the strategy and how does it work? Well, this league, GGG made some changes to memories, allowing them to be now in Einar missions. Now, the thing, I'm sorry, in Kirak missions. Now, the thing with this is one of the harvest beasts that you can get from the Kirak missions is a primal cyst caller, and this gives you 5 Kirak missions. Why this is so good is because you're going to be getting multiple of these on average every 5 missions. So you're essentially going infinite on Kirak missions. I started my stream with 80 Kirak missions and I ended my stream with 75 while making over 50 div. Now, obviously, I still have to sell them, but if we go ahead and take a look, we made 51 div and we had a 5-hour stream. So roughly 10 div an hour. And for how chill and relaxed the strategy is, the returns are really good. Now, this strategy does have some caveats. It depends heavily on Kirak scouting reports and if their price increases. I've been buying them for 3C each, and at this point, I've ran a couple thousand. I'm sorry, I burnt through a couple thousand scouting reports, and I've still been able to buy them for 3C. There are people that are essentially trying to increase the price, but there seems to still be enough of them that you can buy the mission and the Kirak scouting reports for 3C each. And that's all depending on how popular the video becomes, right? How popular the strategy becomes. But this strategy is still going to be profitable, even if the Kirak scouting reports go to like 4 or 5C each. The longest streak I've gone without getting one of the missions is 60. But you can go, which would be 180C, right? But once you hit it, on average, you're getting 150 to 200C anyways, being through beast or life force. You're essentially making it back relatively easy. So even if the scouting reports go to 4 or 5C each, you're still going to be able to run this strategy with the infinite Kirak missions and make good profit. Because usually the later on in the league it goes, the wild bristle matrons usually go up in price because people are going to be using them for crafting. Same things with the vivid vultures and the vivid watchers, right? Those are things that usually go up in price, and I can go ahead and kind of show you that, right? If I go to Wild Bristle Matron and I search it, you can see that it's still going up. It's gone down a little, but it's still going up. Vivid Watchers right now are actually, I sold a bunch for 1 div each, and they're saying 120 each, but I sold a bunch for 1 div each. Vultures are also still going up, I do believe. Yeah, vultures are just going straight up, and this is what's going to help you continue to make profit even though the prices of the contracts might be going up. I do highly suggest running the strategy. It is very lucrative. One thing I do have to let you know is you have to have a character that's able to kill red beast in tier 16 maps to really be able to do this effectively. And you're going to have to be able to run a large variety of map modifiers because you can't really cherry pick the maps that you want to run. It's different from just rolling the maps naturally, where you can just scour off the maps, the mods you don't like. You can't change the mods on a Kirak mission, and if you're rolling through if you're rolling through the scouting reports and you get a bunch of modifiers that you can't run, but it's the Sacred Grove or the Harvest Beast, it's going to feel pretty bad the fact that you can't run it. My character is overall not that strong, right? And I was able to run these no problem. I only bricked 2, and I didn't even fully brick the 2. One was a dungeon, and I kept getting shotgunned through the doorways by a couple of harvest beasts. And then, actually, did I brick another one? Actually, I think I only bricked one. So, out of the 500 scouting reports that I burnt through and the probably 40 or 50 Atlas memories that I ran, I only bricked one, right? So it is relatively easy. It's a lot easier than some of these high-end strategies where you have to go ahead and run T16.5s or T17s, right? I think this is a good middle ground that can help you get enough currency to transition into those strategies, because I am well aware that 10 div an hour is not that great. Now, when I say 10 div an hour, that's with me running them at the speed that I ran them. You could run them faster or you can run them slower depending on your build, and RNG is a factor. You can get 4 of the Vivid Vultures in a map or 4 of the Bristle Matrons in a map and make massive profit. Or you can get some of the other beasts that are not as good. Like if we go ahead and type Vivid, I just burnt through a bunch, but you can get things like the Primal Crush Claw, which still is like, I think like 5C, but you really don't want to see it. And then the other thing, right, Primal Crush Claws are all I really have left. You can have the Primal Rex Matriarchs as well, which aren't as good either, but even if you don't get the good beast, the vultures, the watchers, the bristle matrons, the bramblebacks, the hellion alphas, there's a lot of things you can hit to still make a decent profit. What you can do with those others, like the primal cyst collar, is you're going to be using these yourself. You're not going to be selling them, because this is what helps the strategy go infinite. There is other beasts that give you influenced maps as well as synthesis maps, right? All of these synthesis maps that I have came from me killing the beast and the menagerie, and I could sell them. I believe they're all like 15-20C each, right? If we go ahead, yeah, they're all 15C each. So it's not even a loss there. Or you could run them yourself. Synthesis maps, I believe, are still kind of decent for gold. I don't know. Don't quote me on that. I haven't ran them in a while. And Conqueror maps. Vast majority of these influenced maps have came from me turning in beastcrafts, right? Now, there is one more thing. You can also sell Yellow Beast, and you can also sell the additional beast you get. Like I've gotten a lot of Ferrix Lynx alphas, as well as the Wolf alphas right here. And those you can either keep to use for crafting, or you can sell them. I believe each of those is still worth something as well. I'm keeping them for crafting, but let's see what they're actually worth. I think they're probably only like 5 or 10C though. The Lynx alphas are 5C and the Wolf alphas are 5C. But hey, 5C is 5C. Sadly, there's no other beast, like there is no other normal beast that's really worth anything, even beasts that were worth something in previous leagues, right? Like if we use the Kraka Chimera as an example, it's only 40C. If we use the Fenimal Plagued Arachnid, which is I need to empty out a bunch of these beasts before I continue. I know we've gotten a few. Yeah, there's one right here, which is 10C, right? It is still additional profit, but since it is such a low amount of currency for me right now, I'm just not running them, and I'm just going to save them and use them myself for crafting later. So that's pretty much the strategy that I've been running the last couple of days. Like I said, I started last night, and I did a session last night and I did a session this morning on stream, and I made probably 80 to 100 div, right? Potentially more when I actually sell these beasts, because like I was mentioning, a couple of the beasts like the vultures are still going up in price, and I'm able to get more for them than what the trade macro actually says. But yeah, that's pretty much the strategy. It's essentially in this Kirak. It's easy, it's chill. It's something for you to do in that middle ground while you're trying to get enough currency for your headhunter, for your mage blood, right? Gear up your character so you can do these T16.5, these T17 strategies. But that's pretty much it. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to stay up to date with this and future content. I'm going to be running this probably until I get a Mage Blood as well. So about another day, honestly, day and a half, which sounds like nothing because it is. It is really good currency. But yeah, that's it. Don't forget to stop by twitch.tv/Joker Khrono. That's where you're going to be able to see these strategies first, before I actually make a video on it, because I do like to thoroughly like test a strategy before I actually make a video on it and recommend it. But yeah, that's it. Take care.